in order to climb into the king's bed. This old woman had her sister glue the loose skin together and then snuck into the king's bedchamber. But when the night was over, the king saw a dried up old face that instantly scared the king away from her. To punish her, the king had her thrown off a cliff. But here's the weird thing, the old woman didn't die from the fall. Instead, she would soon be in the king's bed again. It turns out that just a week ago, the king woke up in a daze. He heard a beautiful song from the city walls. The voice caught the king's interest. He immediately asked the girl how old she was. "Where is your hometown?" Looking at the young girl shyly hiding in the house, the king thought she must not be very old, so he went back and took out a pearl necklace. Then he ordered someone to send it to the girl's home. But strangely enough, the girl did not show up. Instead, there were two old sisters in the house. Deceiving the king is a capital offense. The sister wanted to tell the king the truth, but the older sister stopped her from doing so. At night, the king knocked anxiously on the door. The knocking was so loud that the sister tried to confess, but her sister covered her mouth. He heard the clear voice coming. The king begged the maiden to open the door, in order not to be recognized by the king. The old lady hurriedly clamped her voice, and begged the king to give her a week. After a week, she would offer her most precious youth to the king.
Oh no, I'm just a poor girl. I don't deserve the honor you bestow on me.
Then the king returned to his palace in great joy. But when the king left, the sisters were terrified. Their hands were wrinkled like chicken skin. In 7 days they would lose their heads. But the sister looked very confident. Then she made a pot of collagen. Then she applied it to her hands, and wrapped them tightly in white cloth. So in no time at all, her fingers would be as smooth as a girl's. But on the 7th day, she removed the cloth. Her fingers were still dry. This instantly made her sister cry, because today was the day the king came to her door. How could she face it? Just then there was a knock on the door. It turns out that the 7 days have expired. The king has come to fetch her. There was no way out. The sister took her hand and put it in the lock. When the king saw her slender fingers, he instantly realized that there was a beauty in the room. It turned out that the sister's hobby was to suck her fingers. That's why her fingers were as delicate as a young girl's.
Now that you have shown me your beautiful finger,